what about their business model itself that made NVIDIA stand out versus the Intels of the world or any of the other chip makers that our listeners might be aware of?
Yeah, I mean, companies like Intel, Qualcomm, I mean, we talked about this off air beforehand. If you look at a company like Intel, early on, they were really just focused on delivering, volume of the product, which is the chips. But if you look at NVIDIA, you would say that they were really focused more about the quality, not the quantity. Mm-hmm. So, for example, their Blackwell chip, which, is slated to come out beginning of next year, that's at the cutting edge of technology today, right? Where, Jensen Huang, the CEO, he's come out and said publicly that, they really focus on the quality of the chips, not the quantity. And I think, if you look at the market movement and the market share that they obtained over the last few years, that's the argument and the justification that can be made as to why Intel 10 years ago, was one of the biggest, semiconductor companies in the world. And if you compare that, side by side to NVIDIA, you've seen, just a drastic movement in both companies, one to the upside, one to the downside, really because of what I just really talked about, where Intel just really focused on this idea of, we're just going to deliver a product to the consumer. NVIDIA really focused on, yes, we're going to develop a high quality chips, but it's really the ecosystem today that they built it on, which keeps their massive customer base, like Apple, like Amazon, like Facebook, spending a ton of their, we call it CapEx, their annual capital spending back into NVIDIA. Mm. So for example, a company like Microsoft today, if you look at, their annual spending rate, it's my understanding, we looked it up offline, that Microsoft is spending close to 45% at least for the last few years, of their expenditures on chips to NVIDIA, which equates to about 19% of NVIDIA's market share. Revenue every year.